Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Knowledge from Relationships Talks of Tuesdays. As you see, we're always late, man, but it's part of our toxicity. What can I say? So it's your boy M3, and we got the sophisticated jerk in the building.
What's good, man? I'm gonna go ahead and snitch. You know what I'm saying? Being light-skinned and stuff. And we gonna blame M3 on us being late. You know, I'd be up here 10 minutes prior. He'd be like fumbling around. He'd be like, man, I gotta connect to Instagram and shit. So yeah, I turn up on M3. I refuse to take this blame.
You know, you go to hell, jerk. You know what I mean? I tell you about these. Hey, man, never work with light-skinned people, man. They'll turn
I told you, I'm out here snitching. Shout out to Charleston White. We gonna form a group and stuff.
The snitching elite, man.
Mm-hmm.
But snitching does help save lives, though. You know what I mean? But it also, create more stitches as well, too, though. But it's all right.
Yeah, you mess around, do some crime around me, M3. I'm gonna be up in there like I'm gonna draw them the picture and everything. I'm gonna be like, hey, see, that's M3 right here. Your Honor, there's his address right there.
You live in such as, oh, okay, all right, let's go ahead and book him,
Man, you see the Diddy trial? Like, I know you probably seen some of the, man, whoever is the artist that be coming out with all the photos and them, that motherfucker is terrible, man. I be looking at the draws, I'm like, man, they got Diddy looking like motherfucking Forrest Whitaker and shit.
Oh,
I don't know who they hired for that shit, but yeah, that motherfucker is like 5 years old, just got a crayon set.
Damn, man, I need to get like in one of those little gigs though. I mean, I could draw, but shoot, if all I could do is just like doodle, I just like draw like a stick figure, man. Be like, yeah, this is P Diddy right here, man.
Yeah, this shit is terrible. I'm like, man, this is like prime time. This is like one of those big. They got the worst. They're like, look, fuck. They were like, man, we got budget cuts. They're like, just pretend you could draw. Man, they got Diddy up in there looking weird. Yeah, I would have shut that whole shit down if I'm like, look, get rid of this shit now.
Oh yeah, but I haven't really been in tune with the trial. Surprisingly, I've been meaning to kind of like watch it, but I'm like, I'll just check out the highlights whenever I can. So
yeah, I was trying to, man, because I wanted to do that one episode, but man, it's like 50,000 people like telling on Diddy. My man had like, this is where I was just like, I ain't touching it, because the part where they rolled out with like, my man had a whole cachet of like lube. It was like 80,000 bottles of lube. I was like, this nigga guilty. I didn't need to see none of the details of the trial. I'm like, man, if somebody has that much lube, like, man, you did something in your life. Like, that's why I was like, yeah, he did some shit. He guilty at that point. They rolled out, man, a whole like drawer, just lube everywhere. I was like, yeah, that cat. Time you walked in his house, he was like, you gotta lather up. So yeah, anybody that's lathering up like that, they did some shit.
And now I understand people probably use the term like living a dream or something, or the American thing, but that's I don't even know what to label that. But what I could say is that shout outs to Shangy Girl. So salutes to you. Thank you for tuning in. And then we also have Von Eric in the building as well, too.
What's good, Von Eric?
So peace and blessings to you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, shout out to Von Eric and Bolo. I'll be listening to them in the morning, man. I gotta get myself together.
It's never too late to get into the word, man. Even if you're a hypocrite like me, jerk. So,
but which video you got for us today?
All right, man. So like, I know the title, like on the ticker scroller says it all, but here's the thing, right? For the ones who can't read, I want to illustrate to you guys. So I know this guy, man, like, he's won like the Heisman Award trophy, and now he's starting as the what's it called, the wide receiver as a quarterback. And of course, it's your boy Travis Hunter. Last year he kind of like made it like into like this 2024 Simple Wars, but I ain't gonna lie, jerk, man. he might have a steal man for this year as well too, though.
Oh yeah, he's top 3. Just off the top 3. Yep.
Look, man, I never seen a kid that was so resilient, right? Of just making bad decisions and disregarding people's advice, especially when they already lived through that. So,
but before we jump in, like for trying to catch everybody up, he got married to Liana, and she was the one. She was pretty much like on social media, kind of giving a breakdown of how they met up and how she, her interpretation of how they met kind of seemed like he was the guy that grew on me. I kind of seen that he was going to get some success, so I started talking to him. But before that, she was like messing with D-list rappers, local rappers, stuff like that. Kind of putting him to the back burner. That was the vibe I think everybody got. So, like, even there, she's like, fuck. Like, the body language, it says it all, man, where it's just like, he's definitely in love, but she's just like, I gotta make it to the 10-year mark so I can cash out. That's what that look says right there.
I don't think she's gonna even last for 10 years, man, because rumor already has it that she's pregnant. And and I honestly, like, when I looked at her stomach, like, it's a little rounder than
motherfucker, see Alice ads up here and shit.
Let me go ahead and kill that real quick. All right, yeah. So she ain't wasting no time. She's like, look, right to her family, like in Spanish, like, look, I gotta hurry up and get this baby by this El Negro, and head for the hills, So once you kind of lock into that, because she's gonna go with that child support route, probably like Brittany Renner.
I think she'll hang in, man. I think she could do a 10-year stretch. She gonna treat it like a prison bid. Because I mean, that's where you cash out. I think if you get over that 10-year mark, you're eating lobster, Chilean sea bass for the rest of your life. So I think she'll make it to that mark.
Yeah, but she's okay. Look, she's smart and crafty, right? Well, I wouldn't say she's all that smart. Travis Hunter just dumb.
Yeah, calm down with that shit. You like trying to put her in genius territory.
I mean, it should. I mean, in this case, man, like, the collateral damage has already been done, But
yeah, because I just looked it up right now. So his it says Travis Hunter married wife Leanna without prenup before 46.5 NFL payday. So he got that bag. And I think he was making some pretty good money in college too. So I mean he's gonna be sitting nice, but like NFL, that I don't think their contracts are guaranteed. So that's the only thing bad thing about, I'll say, NFL contracts, where like NBA players, they should be guaranteed from the jump. So, and I think that's why everybody was kind of so hard on this situation, because I seen a couple people was like, man, why don't y'all give them a shot? It's just like, he's actually a good kid, man. And I think people, with his character and how he kind of presents himself, it's like, damn, man, like, dude, wake up, man, because we could just see the kind of the playbook, like he's gonna get caught up, and then it's just like, man, like we've seen the story too many times where it's like they go broke, once they leave the NFL, because it's just they got so many people like draining their pockets. And we do got a clip where Jaylen Brown, even though he's in the NBA, he's like, I think he was saying 10 years removed from the league. He's like, man, majority of the people are broke. Because he's just like, man, you got so many people like, kind of misusing your resources and stuff. You got like the accountants that be like messing up their money. I know it happened to like Tim Duncan and various other ball players, whether it's NFL and NBA. Then, when you go through the divorces, you divvying up assets and shit like that. Your lawyers might be overcharging you and stuff like that. So they just got so many people just coming at them. And, I think that's why everybody's like, no, man, get the prenup, do this and this. But he just toned everybody out and went like 100 miles per hour on simp mode, so. Definitely a sad story, man. But I do like doing these reviews because it's like, hey, even though somebody they step in it, it might seem a little cold when we do these breakdowns, and we're like, hey, this motherfucker's dumb. But it is what it is, like, because somebody else could learn from these mistakes. So that's why it's like I don't shy away from it. I know people be like, well, why y'all doing this? Because we can, first of all, but it's like good to learn from other people's mistakes, man. That's what wisdom is. Yeah,
that's true, man. Like true wisdom is like when you're able to learn from other people's mistakes, and you react to it, and you tell people not to do that. You be like them.
Yeah. So now we gonna do it. So yeah, let's go ahead and play the video, and we'll pause it.
All right.
Break it down.
Shout out to O'Shea Dude Jackson.
Yeah, shout out to O'Shea.
Yeah, man, he breaks everything down to a T, man. So
yeah, O'Shea don't be messing around. He be on every story. O'Shea, let us eat, damn it.
Right.
God damn. I say between O'Shea and Antoine, they story come out, they on it like CNN and shit.
Okay. Anton Daniels will be covering.
Oh yeah, he be quick. Let a story break. Anton like fuck sleep. I'm too lazy for all that shit.
For real. All right, Anton Daniels as well too, man. Cool guy, man. Haven't met him in the stream.
MTR be on top of I say MTR and Abba, all those guys, man. Story break. They hitting that camera. They getting spiffy. They like, look, I gotta record this real quick. I'll get to it like a week behind.
All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna play the video.
All of us as men have really had that one lady we really wanted. She had the face, she had the booty, she had the smile. And for whatever reason we really wanted her. Now, she kind of gave some implications that she might be down with it. When you flirt, she might text you, LOL. Or when you tell her how you feel, she might text, aw. And when you reach out to her, she's responsive. She'll even let you go out on dates with her. But in order to get to the next level, you feel that you have to put in a lot more work. So you do. Start running yourself mad trying to figure out what you can do to impress her. You start paying her bills, or you start taking her to work. Anything that you can do to wear her down, because getting those cheeks is war of attrition. And you want to prove to her that you're not like the other dudes who's clapping her cheeks and dropping her off at Taco Bell at the drive-thru.
Hold on, hit pause real quick.
Yeah.
He said you might be paying her bills.
Oh yeah, man. There's dudes that actually exist that be paying their bills, man. That's a full purpose to it.
This shit like a horror movie right now. I heard, hey, you be paying the bills. I just started breaking out at hives and shit. I'm like, oh. But no, I just want to make sure I heard it right. Shout out to O'Shea. Yeah, this is becoming a Freddy Krueger movie right now.
Oh damn. Real.
You really want to be there. And she kind of appreciates it after the 7th time a dude claps her cheeks and dumps her. But it doesn't matter. As long as she's with you, it's okay. And even though she doesn't really show you that much affection or that much love, or she shows you some level of respect, as long as your needs are met, it's all that matters. Travis Hunter hasn't been married for 96 hours, and it appears that we're finding out more information as people study the wedding footage from that day. As you can see this video here, Travis Hunter is having a good time doing some kind of funny ass dance in the background. And he's making some really interesting.
So yeah, that's the dance for people talking about. Oh yeah, he definitely looked like Wanda.
Nah, he looked like Whoopi Goldberg, man. Yeah, he in love, man. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he's a joyful guy, man. But I kind of, damn, this shot right here. This ain't the breast looking brother. Yeah, he's got to pay a little bit. He's got to dole out some bread. So I'm not too upset that he's tricking. Even though I'm against that, but he's got to kick out some bread. But I just think the magnitude of like. Look, man, she just looked like she's bothered. Like, man, would you get up off me? This is her wedding. And she just has that vibe. Like, why are you around me? Like,
yeah, you said this is her wedding. But no, I hear you. I mean, damn, I wish Rufus Troop was up in here, man. Like, because, I know. He believes in the art of spending money, for I guess certain women or quality women, each their own. But yeah, I mean, Travis is that type of dude, man. Like this, his aura, his face. Yeah, he do have to come up with some bread, man, and definitely if he was like Travis Hunter, like I'll say like the plumber or the janitor. Unfortunately, like I don't think he has a shot, man, like in the black community.
Oh, you don't think he has a he could pull some sisters? You think that's
Nah, not even like with the nerdy sisters. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna try to change them for sure if they got with him.
hold on, back it up like about 10 seconds. I gotta catch this dance again because you might be on to something. I gotta check it one more time.
Yeah.
We'll study the wedding footage from that day. As you can see this video here, Travis Hunter is having a good time doing some kind of funny ass dance in the background.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's making some really interesting faces while doing so. While he's doing those dances, it seems like she may...
I ain't gonna lie, man. He's dancing like his breath stink right now.
So if you don't think he would be too successful, what do you think about him messing with the Latinas? You think that was maybe too much for him? Because I'm thinking like he should have went like, I think Asian.
I want to be honest with you, right? And I know Great Pill was in the chat. He'll be like, why everybody tells on the rates or whatever. Well, I'm going to speak for reality, right? As a disclaimer. So the majority of Asian women, right, are not going to go with him, if he was not successful, that is. They're very success oriented, and honestly, like their idea of man of power or whatever is always going to go to like the European guy, Latinas, I don't know why there's so much hype about them. Maybe because they got like really long curly girl hair or straight hair or whatever, or their hair just grow fast or whatever. But I mean, of course, back then, like in the 90s or early 2000s, most of them just had like pancake booty or whatever. But now they evolved like with the body of a black woman, so I can see why there's a lot of black folks that would simp for them. But Latinas, man, they're just the same, just like black women when it comes to the stereotypical like attitude problems, but they really do have an attitude problem. The only thing I will say is that like he will have a shot with a Latino person if he wasn't that successful, but it wouldn't be like Leanna Lene because he's too soft of a guy. You kind of gotta have him be like and I ain't try, and I know I'm being funny as far as being like dark skin or whatever, but like because he's making us stronger guys like look bad. But you gotta kind of have a Rough Rider type of attitude if you're gonna deal with like some of those like type of women. You can't be like how should I say this? Dark on the outside, but soft and light skin on the inside.
Oh yeah.
No disrespect, Jerk.
I'm over here catching strays and shit. No, I think his demeanor is like I said, he pretty calm, man. So yeah, I think yeah. Cause a lot of Asians, I know dudes be trying to hype them up, talk about some spicy shit. Boy, they wild. Like let's not sugarcoat it.
Yeah,
but that's where she got that vibe. Like she's sitting out there like, she got some attitude. So yeah, he might have bit off a little bit more than he could chew on that one.
Yeah, remember this is the same woman that talks about like, in her culture, she has like, well, she said, well, I'm Mexican or whatever, right? I have tequila in my veins.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did say that.
Yeah. So
that's a weird ass reference. Tequila.
Right. Just another way of just saying
damn.
that you're an alcoholic, right? And you're very like verbally abusive and probably physically abusive too, though.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he seems like a nice guy, though, man. Like, fun. Yeah. Like, man, I just think, man, people like we were talking about it with Zion. It's like, man, you got to align with somebody that's got like similar characteristics, and you know, man, you can't shoot too high because I think, man, too many dudes get infatuated by the beauty, and man, you could just tell by the body language something's off.
Yeah.
But I think if he would have got with a chick that had like a similar characteristic, man, she'd be like smiling ear to ear, probably be all on him, just a whole totally different vibe. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. That's why folks was trying to say, like, hey man, like, you don't know what he's missing out, because now, like, once you get up in the NBA, now since in the NFL, dude, there's gonna be a whole lot of like, you know, nice looking women, but you may encounter some women that's also gonna be nice to you as well too. You know what I mean? A little bit more on the sweet side.
Well, I think in this case, man, I think with a lot of athletes, because you know, man, they constantly training.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just almost like, you know, when you go from high school to college, it's almost like a job. Because, you know, you go to your studies, you go to that. So I think sometimes they latch on to like comfort. Because like he knew this girl from high school. So, you know, even though we're looking at it from like a place of like, she should be nicer and have these attributes, I think with some of them guys, they're probably like, man, you know, because they do see the stories of like the gold diggers that clean out guys that's just waiting at the finish line. So he might have looked at it like, well, she can't be using me, man. I knew her from high school and all that. So I think maybe some of that might have threw him off a little bit, where he's looking at it a little differently, because like, okay, this is my high school sweetheart. So even though like people are saying this stuff, he's probably bought into it from that fact, like, hey man, like, nah, she's not using me because I didn't have nothing when I was in high school. But she was probably looking at his trajectory. That's where he's like probably getting it mixed up. Cause she was like, oh hell, like they talk about him in the newspapers and shit. This boy might be going somewhere. Then of course, you know, like once he gets into college and you know he's balling out like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, she was her and her whole family. I'll include the whole family too, because they know what they was doing. Getting into like the family. I think like you said, the trajectory, right? She saw like she pretty much just saw an opportunity where she was willing to take a risk. Okay, she could have still well, she did, you know, probably allegedly, you know, had her own fling with, you know, those who she really wanted, but she knew that, okay, like the guy is goofy. He's kind of like, Travis is more like a guy that has like a pure heart for now, until he get burnt. And he sees that where it's like, okay, this is going to be very easy if he gets picked, if he gets chose or whatever, if it gets enough clout.
Hold on real quick. You said he has a pure heart for now.
Yeah.
You said once he gets burnt, he gonna be on some red pill shit. Like, man, fuck these bitches.
Right. Hey, he gonna be a villain like me, man. Like,
in 5 years from now, he gonna be like, yo, he gonna be all fresh and fit. He'll be like, Myron, listen, I can't stand these mugs. I'm tired of them.
That boy gonna be drinking a bottle of 40 and all that, man. He gonna be smoking a cigar or something. He gonna be a
he gonna come in there with like a leather jacket on and a cigar.
Yeah.
Talking about, I can't stand these hoes.
Right. From Travis Hunter to Travis Scott, man, I'm telling you. That boy gonna turn into a rapper too, bro. But yeah, it's just those type of things, man. I really, that's what I'm really sad for him, you know, because the inevitable is gonna happen, but we don't know how she's going to burn her. Again, we could speculate that she's pregnant. You know what I mean? She's a little rounder. So, and that's in a solid type of round. So once you have that baby by him, man, it's over. You know.
But my man ain't signed no prenup.
He didn't want to. He believed that true love exists. That love is unconditional. Which, disclaimer, is only unconditional, like, you know, when it comes to God. But for us, I have conditions. Everybody has conditions. So he doesn't touch that, unfortunately.
So let me ask you a question real quick before we get back into the video.
Mhm.
Like if your kid, man, drop the link if you want to, man.
Yeah,
if Conrad got some time, because I know that brother know how to break stuff down.
Yeah, salute, Conrad.
But if your son was in this situation where he's about to go in the league and stuff, you know, you're giving him game and he's like, nah, dad, man, how would you handle this situation? And he about to get married and he talk about no prenup.
I don't lie, man. Like, I'll be lightweight heartbroken because, and it'll be like a cross between two roles because, you know, if he was like nobody, like I would bend this on his ass, you know, I'll walk away and leave his life for good. But because like I know he's rich now, you know what I mean? I can't just fully walk up and just leave him. You know what I mean? So I gotta tolerate like this.
You say you're gonna submit.
Yeah, shit. But yeah, man, I you know, man, it's already too late. You know, if you're gonna make a decision, man, it's like you just gotta sit. You gotta just watch your son burn. And that's a sad thing about it, because you could teach him how to protect his assets, but if the kid don't want to sign a goddamn prenup, it's over. You better just make sure that he just write you in a will, man, and just pull up with it simple.
Man, I think I would kidnap this cat.
Oh,
No, I'm dead serious, man. Like I'll be like, look, man, we gonna grab him. I'll get some family members, and we gonna take him to a cabin, man, and we gonna just like break it down to him, and it's like, look, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna have him tied to a chair. He got to watch like 10 hours of dudes just getting took to the cleaners by women. And I'm just gonna be like, look, man, like, cause I was looking at some soccer player, I forgot which one, where dude signed everything over to like his mom, because his mom was like managing his money, making sure, you know, he was always straight.
Yeah, truck.
Yeah, I forgot. I wish I knew the guy's name, but you know, once he got a divorce, you know, she wasn't able to get nothing because everything was, the mom was controlling the assets. So, you know, he came and spoke out about the whole situation. Like, damn, you know, I'm glad I did that, you know. So that's why I would have kind of led him to, if I was like my son was in that boat, I'd be like, look, man, I know you're going to go down this path, but sign over like this money to a trust and stuff. I'm going to manage it for you. I got your best interest. I know you thinking like this shit ain't going to happen, but just do this for the safe side to protect yourself, you know, your legacy and all that. So I will kind of talk him into doing something like that. And then, you know, like if something happened, it's just like, hey, man, here's your resources over here. It's protected. But yeah, it's just like, man, I get it. Because I hear people, it's like, man, you can't do nothing at this point. Shit. Like we go into that log cabin, I'm going to be on some Liam Neeson type shit, like on Taken. Like, I'll be like, fellas, let's grab him. We got to get the ski mask. He's got to go on this trip because I ain't about to let my seed go out like this.
Right.
He's like, Dad, no, I'm not signing no prenup. I'll be like, I'm like, oh, word. I'm like, oh. Wake up in a log cabin. I ain't letting them go out like that, man. So yeah, I think parents gotta be forceful at some points.
Yeah.
I know people think I'm extreme, but it'll go down like that. Trust me.
Okay. Well, you know, shouts to Jerk, man. So now I gotta put this goddamn disclaimer up there.
Yeah,
right?
you put that disclaimer up.
So
people like M3 said.
You know, please be advised that what we discuss is not political, clinical, financial, medical, nor legal advice. Is for information and entertainment purposes only, right? Okay. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe and share the videos, fam. But also, too, please be advised that the shit that, you know, Jerk says, man, he was just playing. Well, not really, but still, it's his viewpoint, so don't come after me.
Who's Jerk? I go by M3. Just for anybody that wants to cancel me.
No. Hey, don't you pull that.
I go by M3, everybody.
Shout out to Coach Ferg, and then we got
What's good, Coach Ferg?
You know.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man? Just came up here real quick, man. Saw y'all was live, man. Finally caught one after a couple of weeks, man. So salute, man.
Oh, no doubt, Coach Ferg. But so, Coach Ferg, if you had a son that was in this situation, how would you handle that? If he's about to walk in there, man, he got 46 million, and he's about to be like, "Dad, I ain't getting no prenup." How you handle that situation, Coach Ferg? Okay, and y'all listen up. Take your notepads out. This is old school game right here.
Yeah, this is old school. I'm gonna do like if my father would have did me, maybe I would have had a better shot. But he was on. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna get into it. I have a 22-year-old son. I play sports too. I was pretty good. They had a strike with my first year in college. Then I hurt my knee, so NFL career was over. It's time to give me an education and be a man on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Not go home to mom and daddy. Boom, right? But anyway, I coached all my life. I coached sports, and I talked to young men, and all of this is a dynamic. Your vision is unlike most sons that come from fathers. That's why you speak that way. And this is where the dynamic has to be for men. And this is why I think women would never give in, but man got to fight, especially today. The information a solid father would give somebody like him, no women like that would be able to get close to him. But the fact that the mama's there, but the mama plays into the diaspora of what they want him to do, his behavior. She never checked it. She accepted it. She was like, come on, yeah, you can marry my baby. But not understanding your baby is the golden goose. And she ain't protected him. He's young, but it's a modern day young where he gonna fall into he's actually saying, I ain't listening to y'all, but that's just a defense mechanism. His mind is already programmed to be submissive to the woman. He's already programmed like that because this is why I say, if you got a son and you can get access to him, I don't give a damn if your little weak ass didn't play sports. Put your son in some damn sports and let him run that energy off, do some push-ups, exercise. Matter of fact, do it with him. Do your 5 and tell him do 10. I'm just saying if you can get him on the weekends, because I say that because it all coincides with the mind of a boy to a man. If a boy ever loses connection to a man in that man process, it's going to be millions. It's going to be quite a few bad decisions, malfunctions that won't allow him to, when he gets to his age of maturity, already be on cruise control. Already. And a father, whether he has a daughter or not, because I know ain't none of you niggas on here talking about your baby can go out with her cheeks showing and doing the fan dance, and if that was you right there. Unless you fall into that submissive, go ahead. But a real father, ain't nobody doing that shit. You're not dating and talking to the little ratchet girl that if I go to the club, she's into her shaking her ass. You ain't touching her. You don't even know her. She can't even come to you because when I catch her, you stay away from him. But if he like go on off, but see, this is where I think, and I'm gonna shut up. Reason why it wouldn't be a problem, because my brother, sophisticated, look, your son been smelling your nuts since he came out. He gonna do everything you say. Most guys over the last 30 years ain't had that experience, so they speak from well, maybe she can, and they give up too soon. He can be one of the most dynamic players, but he's already given in to the diaspora because any wrong, think about what's going on in the socialization of Negroes. He do anything stupid, right? He do anything stupid. They gonna take his money. She gonna get paid. Black folk go talk about him. He gonna go off. He could go off into mental state because right now he young. He all over. He can go into a deep depression. The man could when he sit back and look at. I hope he get and this man come talk to me, Travis, man. Look, I keep you protected, but he has to sort of step back. And if the way she look on, I think she just in it part of that whole Shannon Sharp. Everybody stay away from them little half light skinned, white skinned girls. All you niggas brown skin, stay away from them. That's why y'all get caught up. Y'all lose your damn mind. Get you a sister with nappy hair like you. Stop playing. Y'all playing. Y'all out here running from it. No, they gonna set y'all up because they know y'all weak for the fake 10. Y'all looking for the fake 10. No, stay away from them type. They set you up because they can go to the other side and get all the plan on how to set you up and just be, oh, you can have me. Hurry up, embarrass you in front of your friends and shit. Come on, man. Yeah. Brothers, we strong, man. Fuck all that old dumb shit. This is y'all time. Stop playing out here. Get your son. Look, go in front. Go talk to her mama. Take all your family over and say, I want my damn ugly kid so he can be a star. He can be better than both of us. That should have changed your life, man. It only take about 4 years, man. It'll change your life. And listen, I'm rambling, but I'm talking to the brothers 25 to 45. Quit playing out here. Quit playing. Go see shit you ain't never seen before. Do shit you ain't never did. Fuck where everybody else going with you. Matter of fact, you're going to always meet some new people who can probably give you a bag when you get over there. When you see the new people, you know what the new niggas doing in your neighborhood. Talking about everybody. Spending money on tight jeans. How many y'all niggas got some tight jeans? I mean, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas wearing tight jeans. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm talking, but still. I'm a shut up, man. I promise. Listen. You're a young man, man. You're a young man. The way y'all getting open case talked about, when it comes to your buddies, you think your buddy are the female, and you still trying to hang around that shit, you're gonna lose as long as you keep hanging around it. You can't want to be great and see the same little world every day. It does not work for a man. A man is made to explore, regardless of what race you are. What complexion of big nose and big lip, we are made to explore. And it might be some women. Stop trying to force your square into her circle. Because y'all see what they doing to y'all. They playing in y'all face. So brothers, get the confidence, man. Work out, eat healthy. When you want some, spend your little $100 at the end of the month because they broke by the 24th through the 30th. Most of them are broke. Especially if you're a brother, got your shit. You know, listen, now, if you ain't never bought no dress pants, no dress shoes, man, go get that shit. Stop wearing jeans, stop wearing tennis shoes. Yeah. Get your chest up. You know what I'm saying? Get your 57-year-old chest up.
Cause Ferg got measles out here.
Hey, y'all can do this shit, man. Y'all can take over. The Olympics is coming to LA 3 and 4 years. Brothers go out there. The world is coming with money. They want to see some fine brothers. They got their shit together. I don't care if you're making $20 an hour. If you working, saving that shit, man, you're going to be king out there. Look, they work out outside at Venus Beach. What y'all talking about? What, man, and don't even look at the women except the one that smell good. You know, got that good smell. Like, I don't know, man. Stay away from that fake shit. That fake shit clog your nose up, man. It make your face break out. Get you a woman that got some nappy hair, man. For real. She gonna cook for you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want these old fake, long haired. Stay away from the light skin, bright skins. You brown skin dudes, get you a sister. Y'all got sisters. You got sister?
No, I ain't got no sisters though.
You got any siblings?
Yeah, I got 2 sisters.
What? You got any sisters?
No.
You got any brothers?
Only one half brother.
But you ain't got no brother that y'all played in your draws together in the crib. No. Oh, okay. That's all it. Listen, man. You the king of the world, man. You supposed to be knowing everybody. Everybody's your world. Every human.
Right.
That's all I'm saying, man. Go out here, man. Don't cheat nobody. Don't let nobody cheat you. If I go out with you, you gotta pull out your money like I pull out mine. I don't give no man nothing for free. If you're a single man, you might give a woman, you know, because they'll fly you. You know, I'm just saying, man, I'm gone, man. Y'all just don't get in front of these women. Stop worrying about them, man. I mean, you're going to see them, but only go to the ones that see your eye. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But make sure she see your chest first, though. And them make sure she see that form and that hammer in them chest first. Yeah.
No doubt.
I'm gone, man.
Coach Ferg, man.
Salute to y'all, man.
Thanks for pulling up, man.
Salute, coach.
Yeah. You got somebody that really like, you know, admire your muscles, man.
Yeah, they said you jacked up, Coach Ferg. They give you some props, man.
Man, I'm old, man. I'm ugly. I just, you know what I'm saying? Man, listen. Just go live, man. Go live, brothers. Go live. Listen, go live. It's a sister in every state. They looking for a strong dude. Just tell them what it is that you don't take off the bat.
No
Tell
doubt.
them that
No
shit.
doubt.
You tell them that when you feed them. Tell them, matter of fact, make sure she walk with you somewhere first. Because if she won't walk with you, hold up, she won't walk for you to go have the fun, then she won't walk with your ass in life, bro. Let that shit go. Like, hold up. I'm over here at the court. I'm over here doing push-ups. Come over and watch me. No, deuces. I'm just saying, man. I'm gone, man. Y'all go have fun, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
All right, then.
Wait,
Salute, coach.
Latino women count? Because, I mean, like, you know.
See, there you go, man. That's why, man. I done told you what it is. I ain't gotta keep doing it. You gotta go. You gotta listen. You gotta go try it out, man. Don't run from it. I know they talked about you like they talked about me. I was too light skinned and ugly for them. Okay. Then when I, man, shit I did as a teenager, man. Y'all good, man. M3, man, you the king out here. You don't even know it. You a single man, no kids. Got your money in LA, man. Please. What are you talking about?
Area, but not in LA though.
Well, wherever you are, California, the whole strip from Oregon to Mexico should be your playground. All that, everything out 10, Vegas, all that's you, and they out there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go now?
All right,
bro?
then. Let me get Conrad in there. So
What's up,
Conrad.
brother Conrad, I'm sorry, man.
All right, Coach Ferg.
No, that's all right, coach. It's the first time I've had the pleasure of being on the same panel with you. So salute to you. I call you Godfather because you truly are.
He's
the
solid
Godfather.
brother, man. I like Coach Ferg.
Nah, man. Hey, M3, I'm gonna go on. Listen, see that dude right there? He's 23 years old. That dude right there is 23.
Yeah, coach, you was like super jack, man.
5'9" and a
Yeah,
half,
see-
100, 200 pounds.
He's in there
That's
talking
it.
about you was ugly. That you see that picture right there? That's Mr. Steal Your Girl without stealing your girl.
Right.
No,
away
man,
from me, coach.
I respected your girl, man. I ain't take nobody's girl, man. I wanted a girl that was single.
Nah,
I ain't
your
touch nobody's
your presence took her. You didn't take her. Your presence did.
I wish
Yeah,
you
Coach
had to
Ferg
count
got the
with-
silk on. Stop. You gonna stop playing?
No, man, we ain't wear silk, man. It was rayon, man. That was that nice.
Got the
cool-
rayon on.
Back in the 90s,
That was when
man.
Rayon was still top tier.
Hey, man, back in the 90s, man, the clothing was the top notch. Everything
Yep.
felt good and fit good on
Yep.
you, man. They, brothers, we got big thighs and big hammers. So sometimes, no, man, that shit used to sit clean. Plus, that's how I went out to the clubs, man. That's how y'all mamas and aunties was dressing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. What's up, Conrad, man? I'm shut up, man. Shit.
Yeah, that's all right,
Yeah, man.
coach. We chilling. We
You
chilling.
know what I mean?
We
Silk in the
chilling.
rayon.
So
Yeah.
Conrad, man, I'm gonna toss the question to you and stuff. So I seen little man, I seen the interaction. I see how you light up when he come around. So
Yeah,
he's
that's-
athlete, shining,
Listen,
and he
my
comes
son is
across
3 years-
Leanna. How you gonna handle that situation?
My son at 8 months old knows that he knows the difference between a woman and not a woman, and he understands that if he doesn't understand it, he needs to run it by me. I'll tell him yes or no. If I say no, it's a no. My son, I kid you not. I told you guys a story of this. I'm first time dad got my son. I'm throwing him up in the air in the mall while my wife is in line buying stuff. And this lady out the side of her mouth decides to want to be like, this is why we don't let black fathers have their children. And he's still in La La Land. I cut all that. I caught everybody's bubble real quick. She's sitting there like, oh, you so cute. I looked at him. I said, he looked at me. He looked at her. He looked at me. He looked back at her. He just put his head down. He understood what it was. The reason why I say that story is because, again, I agree with Coach. If he had a father there to tell him exactly what the type of woman that he should have standing beside him, like, look at this girl. She's so untrained and she has no etiquette to her. When he was being announced to be drafted, she's sitting there picking her fingernails, looking up in the air. The mother had to tell her what screen to look at and where to look. They taking the picture now. He's drafted. They taking the pic. This is an official picture. Coach Prime is having to tell her to stand up, having to tell her to stand up at the games. Like, what is this? So first of all, the mere fact that he got that far, and his mother didn't try to bring him up and say, hey, like, no disrespect to your choices. You are a grown man, but you do know that she's using you right now, right? Like, to have a woman that is standing beside you at the best part of the start of your life, and she's not invested. She's not trying. Like, again, I look at these things, and y'all correct me if you think I'm looking too hard, but she didn't even try to stand beside him or get a picture beside him with just him and her. She's cool being off to the outskirts of the picture because, hey, I'm just along for the ride. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then on top of that, okay, let's say he can do whatever he wants because he's Travis Hunter, and who the hell is Conrad? Bro, why the hell would you not get a prenup? Like, what makes you think you were waiting outside the club while she was booty clapping in the club with another man? Yeah, y'all never heard about that? How when he was chasing her down, that she was in the club, booty clapping with a man while he was in the parking lot in his car playing Game Boy, waiting for her, talking about he loved her.
Yeah, that's
that man.
well, yeah.
So, like, at the end of the day, this man's head has been so far in the clouds that only a man can pull his head out the clouds. And unfortunately, now he's too old. I'll be honest. We got to remember he was at Colorado when when Coach Prime brought through Brittany Renner, and apparently Brittany Renner was supposed to put them on game about what these girls will do. Right. So for him, he's gonna walk a line, and we content creators better be ready to make money off of it. I'm sorry to say that. And I know as a man of faith, I shouldn't say that. People will be like, oh, Conrad, that's kind of unfair. That's not godly. Yeah, but even the Bible says don't cast your pearls before swine. We have the whole story of Samson. Samson, tell me, where's your power at? Man, the lion has locks, but if you cut the lion's mane, he's not as authoritative. Cool, I'm gonna cut his hair. So it's just like this guy, all he did was, line all of us up. Y'all don't even know. I have a bunch of Travis Hunter little clips and little memes and stuff ready. Like, I'm ready for as soon as we get done with this whole Meg That Stallion and Diddy and Shannon Sharp and Zion Williamson with his case now. He's another one. I don't know how you have a stepdaddy in your life and you still ain't learned nothing. You still letting these little half hookabit girls put you in stupid stuff. Zion Williamson doesn't even look like he doesn't even look like he knows how to tie his shoe, much less touch a woman. And not only did he impregnate a sex worker, then he had the most egregious sex worker stalking him and terrorizing him for money. And then some random little unknown is saying that he's been abusing her since 2018. And I'm sorry, I had to do the math. I'm like, when did this guy leave high school? Was it not just before the pandemic? Okay, when did he go to Duke? So you're telling me the whole time he left high school and went to Duke, he's been abusing this girl, and in between getting a sex worker pregnant and committing to her, and Mariah Mills, he had the time to abuse her? Are we serious right now? Oh yeah, good. I'm about to make a whole ton of content off these guys. So if they want to be stupid and let the whole world laugh at them, by all means, they gonna make. I'm telling y'all, M3, Ruthless, everybody, let's get our cameras ready. Clear out buy an extra, USB with 65 gigs of space. Upgrade your RAM. Trust me, all these fools, they're gonna pay it back just now. That could never be my son. That could never be my son. I would literally put on my gloves. I put on what do they call them? 1/2 ounce or 1 pound glove. I would knock my son out.
Thank you, Conrad. Damn.
Straight up. I would fight if he ever brought home a girl like Travis Hunter brought home, I would fight him right in front of her. And then I'd go call the girls on the block and I'd be like, yo, beat her. I'm sorry, YouTube, but this is the father in me coming out now. Like, real talk. This is like Simba when the hyenas was sitting there running around trying to pick off his daughter, and my man came in just backhand Molly whoop the hell out of everybody. Yeah, that's me. I'm not asking no questions. And Timon and Pumbaa can get it too. You gotta be. What aspect of helium is this fool sipping that he like? Okay, brothers, we're all single. We're not married. We don't have no kids. We don't have no attachments, right?
What drug is
You
that?
you about to get the promotion of a lifetime. Okay. CEO, you about to step from like a couple $100,000 or even maybe let's say $90,000 a year into like at least $500,000 a year. And the girl you bring to the banquet so you can be honored and have this announcement, she's standing 4 people down on the picture. You not looking at her like she crazy?
So can I
no
inject
doubt.
you a little bit? Can I inject you a little bit? I hear you, Conrad. I mean, a lot of what you're saying is very wise and very constructed, but you're missing one very important.
I don't miss hoes. I don't miss hoes.
Right?
I don't miss
And
hoes.
that is
I don't miss hoes.
you can't control who you
I
fall
don't miss
in love with,
hoes.
right? Or who you
I don't miss hoes.
like.
We've never fallen in love with hoes.
You know,
Sorry. I can't miss hoes.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, men. Oh yeah, I can. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of dudes marry hoes, wiping up hoes all the time, especially NBA players, right? So once again, right?
Hold on, real quick, Ruthless. So what do you mean, like you can't control who you fall in love with?
Yeah, because it's like you have 20 women, right? You got, let's say an NBA player or even Travis Hunter, right? You got hundreds and hundreds of women, right? Just own you.
We
right?
don't have
Everywhere you
hundreds
go.
and hundreds of women.
And you
My
know
man
this,
was
right? But
outside
you
the club
really-
when she was
and then you
booty
meet this one
clapping
chick
on the
who
man.
you just happen to like and want to see how the future goes, and you're willing to gamble with her, right? And that's what it's all about, right? It's who you willing to gamble with. Because to Conrad's point, right? I understand that. Oh, you see your red flags and all this stuff, but hey, but what I'm saying is that are probably ironing, right? I got probably trying to have a lot of women ironing right now, right? Can y'all hear me?
You went
Yeah,
out a
we
little
got
bit.
You good?
You good now though?
Okay, so what I'm saying is this, right? If you get an educated woman who does everything right, doesn't mean she's not gonna leave you, take you for your money either, right? Because we seeing this not only on a whole level, we seeing this on an educated level, right? We see educated women doing the same things, right? Who got careers, who got a lot of money, and they're still walking. So it's who you want to gamble with. Ain't no guarantees, no matter how you look at it. Now we got homies on the panels giving all these red flags. You need a vet. You need to do this. You need to do that. But that does not guarantee that the person that you pick, even though she might meet all the qualifications, gonna be the same person 5, 10 years down the line, right? And we can ask Barack Obama this, right? Because who would ever thought that the great success which he accomplished, that his wife would end up complaining still, right? That to me is worse than Travis Hunter's girlfriend, right? Because Obama is probably one of the most successful people ever, black man particularly, in the world.
Right.
One of them, right? And he still have a wife that's complaining, and she's probably trying to divorce him. And he's, Margaret, he's a little smooth cat, you know what I'm saying? So he probably, he's gonna make it work. But I'm saying, right, she's probably threatened to divorce him. So my point of what I'm saying is, I hear you guys. I do agree that you do have to do bet the probability versus likability, right? That's the perfect way to do it. But we do have to understand that everybody doesn't know how to control their emotions and their desires, right? We can't control who you fall in love with, who you want to make your life with, usually comes out of thin air. And and this is a very important part, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely not going to find a perfect woman ever, right? So it's about, do you love her enough to go through the bad shit anyway, right? It ain't just about marrying a woman who you're never going to have problems with, who may never leave you, right? It's, are you willing to gamble with her and put up with all her baggage and all the shit she brings to the table? And Travis Hunter is the epitome of a man who is dedicated to this woman. Yeah, even though in our eyes we're like, damn, how you gonna follow this? She a whole former stripper. She going to parties, getting dick down, whatever, right? But he has a level of forgiveness there and a level of understanding that this is who I'm going to gamble with, regardless of what the results may end. And I feel like, okay, if that's the gamble he wants to take, because this is the woman that he truly loves and sees as a diamond in his life, I'm all for it. Now, whatever results may end, whether
Get
you're
the fuck
bad
out of here,
or
Rufus.
good. What
You
mean,
serious?
Real quick, guys, right? Once you guys are finished, I do have to continue with the video because there's like some more key points.
All right.
But go ahead and
what you saying, sophisticated?
You wildin' now.
No, I'm just saying, you team Tom Brady. We've seen a whole bunch of rich men lose their women, even regardless if they're vetted right? I'm sure Tom Brady didn't marry no hoe, right? But she still left him, took the children, and was trying to go after his assets. So what I'm saying, what guarantees do you have for a man? Since Mr. Sophisticated, you got so much to say, what guarantees do you have? So you telling me if I follow your strategy, you guarantee me a forever happy relationship?
No, there ain't never no guarantees like that. But like you kind of mentioned, it's probability. And the fact where you guys were like, you can't control who you
well, don't say
you fall in
guys,
love with. You
just
can't
ruthless.
control that because you kind of mentioned that they had options. So you don't run to the worst option. Like if you run to the bottom of the barrel, you're gonna get bottom of the barrel results. So that's a given. Like you could look at Leanna and some of the females that these dudes mess with. That's 100% that's gonna ruin. So I mean, if you do that, that's stupidity.
But the educated women are believing more than anybody.
No, like you said, that could happen. But I mean,
I'm trying to
if you choose a OnlyFans model, that's like.
So, with my point to you, sophisticated jerk. That's an educated sophisticated jerk.
That works too, though. I'll take that.
My point to you is, and just trying to keep things surface level, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
If we see this day and age, we got information. We got all these sources of information, all these things. Now never before, right? And we can assess. Well, let's look at the numbers, right? The numbers say, if she's a hoe, she's 65, 75% chance to leave, right? But if she's an educated woman, it's like 90%. So if the educated woman is leaving and the hoe is leaving, who the fuck do you marry, or who do you pick there, right?
Well, first of all, if I can interject here, right?
No, go ahead.
So on Travis Hunter, he done made his decision, and that's on him.
okay.
He can't control that. I could, and I have, so I can speak for myself. I don't speak for no other man. What I'm saying is, at the stage that he is at, what sense does it make for him to come this far, be as stupid as he has been already, and not enact a prenup?
Well, you can't say he's stupid because the results aren't finished yet.
He's stupid.
What if they work out and be happy?
He's stupid.
No, I'm just saying.
He's dumb.
He's stupid. I'm not going ruthless. I'm not even gonna. I used to. When I used to be a baby in these YouTube streets, I used to kind of flip flop and change my answer because the wind can blow left and the wind can blow right. I'm not changing I'm not doing that no more. The man is an idiot. The man is an idiot. The man is an idiot. I'm not changing my opinion.
The question is, here's the question. What happened if they're successful?
I don't care.
Man is an idiot. Don't care? Now
I don't care. I don't. I don't. You telling me you're gonna? I'm supposed to think he's a smart man when he's been waiting out the club and there's a whole music video with her body cheeks spread out in the club on the music video in a next man's house. And all three times this man was in the parking lot. He doesn't align with me. I don't care how rich he is. I don't care about his affluence. I don't care about his talent. This man is a stupid man. Dog, don't get it twisted, dog. Like, yo, Regin.
And
real talk, this man is a waste man. If we were in Jamaica, we call this man a girl clown. That man is a girl clown. You gotta tell me your woman a wine up her waist on next man. And me I got married her. And even if I married her, she not have no prenup. What I talk about? With the
got my voice
backside
like
on really
Jamaican
I
now.
try tell me say
Conrad,
what if things work out?
Conrad, respectfully, right? What you
You're the man
want
I
to
idiot. Me
sophisticated?
not respect him. Me not respect him choice. The man I idiot.
Conrad, for the
Hey, but
respectfully.
real quick, hey, hold on, Ruthless, because I just wanted to answer your question, and this is why it could never be a success, and it kind of ties into what Conrad is saying. After a female emasculates you in public, I don't give a damn if they do a 360. That ain't no success, because you already done had to go out there. She stepped all on your pride, your manhood, found every way to embarrass you, and that's what I'm saying. So it's just like, that damage already been done. And then if you have kids with this person, that digital footprint lives on. So man, you in a D-list rappers video. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, man, that type of stuff lives with you.
So what I'm saying is though to you.
Wait, hold on, Ruthless Truth, right? I gotta give a shout outs to the 14 to like 20 people that did tune in. I know you guys are waiting probably for the video, so I do gotta play the video. We'll resume this conversation in a minute after I play the video. But shout outs to everybody. Please make sure you guys do me a favor and get the likes up. And if you're new to Knowledge Relationships, share this video and subscribe to the channel. But let me go ahead and get to the video because I know this is important real quick. And then we'll continue back.
Or may not be as interested in him, but that's to be debated. If we look at the comments though, people are saying things like this. She couldn't stand the look, so she turned around. This person says, bro, don't make those faces for real, for real. Other individual says they're celebrating two different occasions. This individual says, what a painful sight. Damn. Her family gonna end up in a better position than his. If he wasn't rich, she wouldn't even look in his direction. This person here says that man is interesting to look at. I can't even be mad at her no more. She secured an easy bag. Stop the show. Nay, I want you to secure me because you are fine as hell. Daniela Almia, poor baby, he has no idea. Queen Shar, man, she ain't even look at him. This ain't gonna end well. Other person says, I understand why she made him wait outside.
Got him.
This one says, I'm surprised he didn't wait in the car outside the wedding party. Always remember, money has no looks.
He's right.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen this clip, I was thinking what everybody was thinking, like, why buddy moving like that? He gotta be. And then I thought about it, like, maybe he was raised in a house where he was able to be free, express his emotions, and be silly, be funny without being judged or told to stop, or little boys don't move like that. Like maybe he was able to just express himself in all kinds of different ways without being hindered or made fun of or told that it was wrong. And maybe he took that and went on to go to high school where he was focused on his career and he wasn't really into girls. And
wait, there's more.
Maybe he had friends that was doing the same thing, just playing sports and not chasing tail. So when he met her, she might have been more experienced than him. She might have had more fun than him, but it doesn't mean she ain't a good woman. Maybe she needed all that experience to be ready for him. Stop the cap.
Now, here's the speculative rumor that Travis Hunter is just a weird guy and nobody would let him be himself. If you ever see Travis Hunter streams, he's kind of goofy. You know, he wears like onesies. He'll dress up in really silly things that you wouldn't expect the typical black young man from the hood that plays football to enjoy stuff like that. But Travis Hunter, because he reaches a wider audience, it is okay for him to be like that. And maybe the typical black lady wouldn't allow Travis Hunter to be this kind of person. If you can see from the comments, you see a lot of sisters saying that he's not that attractive or he's not that easy on the eyes. And then at the same time, he's like really goofy. And so because he's really goofy, he doesn't appeal to everybody. And that's one thing that people are miscalculating. Travis Hunter may be the kind of guy that's like really clean cut. He's a nice guy. He's really goofy. And some of the black ladies may not want to deal with that. I'm not saying that they don't, but maybe people feel like that. I know a lot of guys that I went to school with that were black academics, or they like different things. They struggled heavily with dating women in the community. And so it wasn't uncommon to see men like Travis Hunter with women that dated outside the community. But when we look at Leanna Lene, we got to also understand that she's dated black men that are nothing like Travis Hunter. Remember that one rapper she was in the video with? I mean, he looks like the typical hood Pookie. He looks like the typical hood Pookie, or as she calls him, a SoundCloud rapper, while Travis Hunter has to do so many things right for him to basically be in her life. But then there's the other part.
No wonder Travis Hunter's wife deliberately kept her distance from him at the wedding. The real reason behind it is heartbreaking. At the wedding, Liana deliberately kept a noticeable physical distance from her husband multiple times, behaving the same way she did on the day of the Heisman Trophy ceremony. This gave people a bad feeling. It's reported that Travis gave his wife a surprise gift worth 6 figures and bought her a $500,000 Brabus Mercedes G-Wagon as a wedding gift. But before the surprise was revealed, Liana looked as if she were being forced. When she saw the luxury car, she didn't kiss Travis or even hug him. Instead, her gaze stayed fixed on the car. She seemed more concerned with material things and money than with her marriage to Travis. This is also something many people are worried about. Because of the huge difference in their incomes, during their relationship, many people suggested that Travis sign a prenuptial agreement with Liana to protect his assets. But Travis refused to do so. Instead, he repeatedly supported Liana, believing that his girlfriend had sacrificed a lot for him. Now they're married, and many fans are heartbroken. After all, Liana's behavior at the wedding was really a bit off.
So this video is going viral like all over social media. It's pretty much a video of a guy with the AI voice, and they studied the wedding, and you can see all of these things happen inside of the wedding, that the distance between Travis Hunter and his wife was visible. It seemed like she really wasn't into so many different things, and she was deliberate about it. And this isn't the first time that we've seen this happen. And it's like really noticeable, according to them. The attitude is there. They've shown it in the past. And for whatever reason, it doesn't matter because he really wants this girl. But wait, there's more.
NFL divorce rates are about 80%. That is 8 out of 10 NFL players. 78% of NFL players go broke within 2 years of retirement. And 87% of NFL and NBA marriages end in divorce within 5 years. So while Travis may be thinking this is my happily forever after, unfortunately, the numbers tell us differently. Now, I am all about love, but most importantly,
hit the pause button. We got to break this down.
For assets. And it's time to
now real quick, right?
Because Ruthless gonna push him in the Lions. Then Ruthless gonna have him out here eating spam. He gonna be eating ramen noodles, listening to some Ruthless.
Man's gonna be a 25-year-old hobosexual, and he ain't gonna get no sexual. He just be a hobo for no reason too.
Ruthless gonna have him out here eating spam, ramen noodles.
This guy's gonna have a pair of Crocs and a 3-story cardboard box mansion on the corner of Garbage and Avenue.
Let me tell you something. Hey, they helped her out.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, but real quick though, right? But Jerry, you was one of the guys, right? Earlier, you said that you was going to give this relationship 10 years. I was actually giving them like at least like 2 years max. And she's already talking about within 2 years, these dumb athletes, 80% of them is already about to go broke. She's not
guaranteed. She gonna get pregnant just now. Watch.
No,
that'll speed that whole 10 years up. Remember, she needs 10 years to get a certain amount, to be able to command a certain amount of alimony in the court, right? So once it hits 10 years, it's really down. Anything happens. If she wakes up and the wind blows wrong, she can leave, and like that's automatic money.
So, but they kind of helped my argument, right? Because they said 80%. So that's not only hoes leaving, the educated women, they all leaving.
Nah, there's not too many of these football stars that actually have like quote unquote, as we're saying, educated. We're talking about masters, PhDs.
We're talking about Michael Jordan left his college sweetheart.
Yeah, but he left her because he'd been with her the whole time.
Let me say this: most college dudes going to the pros marry their college sweethearts. like
100%.
at a 75% clip, and they still having problems. The girls are still leaving. They're still divorcing because the problem here. And let me say this, Conrad. See, this is what I'm saying, right? I wouldn't do what Travis Hunter did, right? I would have let her go after the Heisman ceremony. Her ass would have been out that door. But you know what I'm saying?
That's still too far. Protect yourself, man.
No,
you are an asset.
I said after the Heisman. You know,
you should have cut her from the club parking lot.
No, Conrad, listen. Maybe she has some good coochie. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't stay no longer. Sorry, Conrad. That coochie good. I'm wait. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to let it go after the Heisman. No,
hold on. Let me break this down, right? Now, Ruthless, right?
Ruthless.
What you're saying, right? As far as like, there's no difference between like a whatever you should say, right? An educated woman versus like an OF model, right? But here's the thing, right? Here's the reality of it, right? See, you're taking a gamble when you're dealing with a woman with prestige, right? Who's looking like she got her stuff together. But then you could see the obvious when you're seeing like a prostitute selling her body online. That should be no gamble because common sense will tell you, don't choose like the OF model. Don't choose the one who already displaying gold digging activities.
But here's the question. Here's the question I have for you though.
Taking is like when you're actually looking for the women, right? That has a little bit of class, thinking that okay, well, HR manager, let me go ahead and gamble my life to see if she's sophisticated.
So here's the question I have for you: who's it better? If the educated women, who's better to leave? Does she have? You rather an educated woman leave you or a hoe leave you? Which one you rather leave first?
Well, first of all, like I would rather have like an educated woman.
She leaves you? You let her leave you?
Well, why would I pick the
educated woman? Because she likes to talk a lot.
No, but listen, if the educated women are leaving a 90% clip, that means she's leaving more than any woman, more than hoes and all, right? So then, how do you win? How do you win? Because look at you're coming to college, you play football, so your dating pool.
It's good, Bolo.
Right, your dating pool is either the college women, right, within that college, or with or the hoes, right? That's all you got, right? So and the college women are leaving their man, the hoes are leaving their man. So what do we got? What do we got?
If that's the case, then don't get married to neither one of them.
There you go. Thank you, M3.
Look, just look at them like they're like lifelike sexual objects for you to play around with. You can still have the conversation if you choose to, but if it's not going to go that then why put yourself in a committal type of relationship?
Like you said it right. No, you said it right, M3. Don't marry.
No, but you can't. But logically, we have to acknowledge the way the land is changing too, right? Because especially if you're in the UK, the UK is constructing laws that even govern where the general consensus for dating and having like a one night intimacy is concerned. If she wakes up tomorrow morning and I thought we were going to be together, like that's the end of your dating. Let's take this outside of Travis Hunter now. Like to the average guy, like the way the West is moving, and that's even up here in Canada too. Like guys can't even afford to really make that mistake and think that like she's gonna wake up the next morning and everything's gonna be fine. Like whether you're a guy like Travis Hunter or you're the average guy on the block, we can't afford to be moving like Samson and allowing our strength to just be put everywhere. I mean, that's ultimately what I'm trying to get to.
Here's the problem with your thing, Conrad. See, and this is where we fall short in these conversations. As little boys, we're automatically providers by nature, right? Then we're taught by our homes and our surroundings, right? That men are the leaders, men are the ones who provide and protect for the woman, right? We're taught to show reverence to women, chivalry, all this shit, right? Your aunties, your dad, your uncles, girl, get your sister, pick the little sister. So now you're trying to sit here and say, after all these years of this teaching is training, right? Well, you know what? Fuck that training. You know what I mean? You just go out and, you know, you need to treat them like shit, and whoever likes you, take them, right? That's the only other option. Right there.
Just like women control who has
like
access to sex, men can control who has access to us. You can't put me in a position unless I allow you to put me in that position. Straight goods. I don't want to hear this about, oh, it's social conditioning and I've been conditioned to be trained to be nice to everybody and be chivalrous. I can be chivalrous to everybody, but that doesn't mean I have to open the door for you.
Don't be a doormat.
But here's the issue with men, because I get what Ruthless is saying. So it's like, man, when you don't take I'll say marriage serious, you know, dudes just latch on to any female a lot of times and they infatuated by them, and that's the issue. So that's why with Ruthless is right, you see a lot where it's just like, man, you see smart females at a 90% clip get divorced, but you also see, you know, like the 304s get divorced at around the same rate. But you have to, I think the issue with men, man, where I was just breaking this down to somebody, I'm like, man, you look at marriage, like if I'm going to give you my last name, I'm vetting you out. Man, that's a process. And you stand firm on your principles and stuff, not on infatuation and all that. And it's just like, for you to get my last name, it's damn near like a Navy SEALs boot camp. That's the hurdles you got to go through to get my last name. That's how serious it is for me. So everybody just don't get my last name, and that's the issue. So it's just like, when you're talking about like,
Ruthless,
I want a smart woman because I'm not going to put her in a position where she's just sitting around. So provision is not just like giving somebody your resources. It's knowledge. So it's like any female with me, I say it all the time. You're working with me. There ain't none of that like soft life shit. You're going to be sitting at the house being pretty. We're building. So you're going to have them expectations on day one. Like, look, this is how this is. This is how this is going to be structured. This is what you're going to need to do to get to that next level. And when you complete them tasks and you show action, then we could talk about marriage. And if guys did it that order, it would weed out a lot of females.
But Travis Hunter's a $40 million man, right? He already knew. He was already a millionaire in college, right? Already, right? Because they get paid in college now. Then he walking into a $30 million signing bonus and whatever else on the back end, right?
$47 million is what he's looking to sign.
Yes, he's got 30 million automatic debit in his account for the signing bonus, automatic, right? So his income bracket is a little different than yours. You might need a woman to do that, but a man who's getting 30 million plus doesn't need a woman to do that.
Yeah,
right?
But the logic that Jerk is giving is still the same. It doesn't even matter if you're the broken busy guy coming up, if you're the potential guy coming up, if you're the super athlete, movie star, whatever coming up, the logic's still the same. Like if you're choosing to go that route, understand what's the consequences of that. And I'll keep it on your side. We said different levels, right? We got celebrity women, lifestyle, whatever. We even got the Hollywood where they do the less Hollywood pick the girlfriend or the couple for you so you can look a certain way. It still comes down to your intent. Where are we both getting out of this? What are we working on? What is this? You still got to work with me. So for that type of guy, you still have to have some kind of boundaries for yourself. Period. Tom Cruise is a perfect example. He probably had his ups and downs, but guess what? I never seen his pockets empty. Since you want to talk about financial games, there's so many celebrities out there. They might get, okay, well, I got my feelings hurt. It didn't work out. Okay, it's another day. Let me move on.
But here's the thing, right? I look at Tom Brady as a classic example, right? He probably vetted out the perfect woman, right? She's had a career. She had a lot of money.
I even give you one better.
Because that perfect woman, she told him that he had to go leave what he loved to do. This is not about getting up and clocking
we're talking about the vetting stages. I'm not going that far, right?
Okay, well, I got even better one. LL Cool J is a perfect example. His wife is not out there in the limelight. A lot of people don't even know that he was damn near married for like so long. He even present himself like a sexy bad boy single. But guess what? His wife is still loyal to him. He still cares himself the way he needs to care himself. He have children all day, every day.
Hold on, let Gray Pill finish it and we'll get to you, Ruthless.
He cut me off.
Sorry, my bad. I cut him off first. My bad. Go ahead, Ruthless.
Go ahead, Ruthless.
So what I'm saying is, I'm just using Tom Brady as an example, right? I'm sure he checked all the boxes with his wife. Gazelle, he had 3 kids with, right? She 2-parent household, great career, right? She worked over 30 million. She was very etiquette, classy, knew how to eat with the fork versus the spoon versus the knife. Everything she checked. But at the end of the deal, she turned her back on him, burnt the house down, right? Took the kids and skedaddled. And went with a guy, with the pool guy, right? The pool boy. Who,
the karate instructor, yeah.
Not even on his level, which is even worse, right?
Land the plane.
So I'm just saying, I'm sure he did everything right to vet her.
I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he didn't.
That's a bad example.
I'm sure he didn't. And here's the thing is most of these guys, they're not even comparable to us because they're depending on other people to provide them the resume, and then they'll review the resume in between sleeping with the girl and say, yep, between how I felt when I climaxed with her and what I see on this paper, this looks like a good, like, again, I saw somebody put it in the comments, Will Smith was advised by his agent, don't touch Jada Pinkett with a 10-foot snake. The man didn't listen, and now look at him, forever embarrassed. Okay, I'm telling you, and if we want to use this about 90% clip divorce, again, as a man, the one and most important lesson we all should have gotten somewhere along life is that as a man, nobody can put you in a situation that you don't allow them to put you in a situation.
Facts.
At some point, you got to take accountability for yourself. If the girl was scheming to trap you, guess what? You overlooked that. I'm sorry. People are evil. It is what it is. But you can't tell me that look, I'll be honest. And the reason why I'm speaking like this is because if I would have left my mother's house as a single mother, seeing how she treated men, believing that every woman out there doesn't have the potential to treat me the same way, I am a fool. I'll say that again. Based on me seeing my mother as a single mother and the way she treated men, if I left my mother's house at 16, believing, nah, mom, what mom used to and how mom used to treat men, that was just her. All the other women are perfect little angels. I'm an idiot and I'm a fool waiting to be taken advantage of. And most of these celebrities are guys waiting for them to guys waiting to be taken advantage of.
Correct.
It is the truth.
Correct.
But real quick, I just want to go back to the Tom Brady and Giselle thing, and I think it's a bad example, and I hear a lot of people talk about it. So she made money. So she had the finances. But the fact that everybody overlooks in that situation was Tom Brady was infatuated with the beauty. Because think about it. If you have over $100 million, which Tom Brady had at the time, he was balling. You don't need your woman to be out there exposing her body like that. So you could have got a woman that like had a different mindset that wasn't out there like that. So that's where I think people make the mistake. Tom was infatuated by the beauty. She had some money, so it looked like a safe bet, but the mindset ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously if she went and just hooked up with the karate instructor, got pregnant a year after, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know, there was red flags there from the jump.
Yeah, the better example.
Going back to Travis Hunter just real quick. So like if I was in this case, Ruthless, and I already had the kingdom built, because like you said, he is in a different tax bracket, so I ain't even gonna front on that. But that's where you get a female and you're like, look, I need you to go to school. I need you to go for accounting because you're going to overlook some of these finances. Also, I'm going to build a real estate empire too. And you're going to manage both of those, but you got to complete these tasks and then I'm going to put you on. So it's like, say she goes through that process and she's like walking through the steps. She's doing what you tell her to execute. Because it's like, hey, ain't no free rides over here. You're going to work with this and you're going to like manage these different areas.
Yep.
That way you're putting money in her pocket. You're giving her purpose. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of rich guys, they just put them in a position of just like leisure, sitting around the house, being bored. And, you know, I know Bolo talks about it all the time, like an idle mind. And that's the issue. It's like, nah, we work over here. We're going to expand this. You're going to use your brain. I don't need you being a model. So that's where Tom Brady messed up. It's like, man, I'm rich. So I need you to use that mind. And, you know, that's why I was like, I don't mess with dummies. I don't need you sitting around with your ass cheeks out and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, Travis Hunter could have easily be like, look, you're gonna go to school and we'll get married once you complete these tasks. Because once you do what you aligning and you submitting and you getting on the program, then that's when I could pull you in and you're gonna be making money. So even at the end of the day, I'm getting this prenup. I'm gonna protect the stuff. I'm gonna put it in a trust. I'm gonna do all that stuff, but you're also gonna be earning money. And you're gonna be like using your brain to the fact that you have some skill sets and you're gonna be, you know, in a good capacity regardless. So like you said, you can't bet that a relationship's gonna work out 100% of the time, but I could still make sure that I put you in a good position if something happens. Cause it's like, hey, even if we're doing good, I might die. So I still want you to be able to be functional out in the real world in case something happens to me. So I think that's the area where a lot of guys miss.
Okay,
but I think you was gonna say something, Gray Pill.
No, I'm good. We go back to video.
All right, my bad.
Let's go ahead and continue.
People stop living in this fantasy la la land like, oh my gosh, we're one now. No, you are not one. One person can lead the other at any given time.
So this lady has broken down the situation of, you know, what the financial life of an NFL athlete is, and even NBA players. And 80% of NFL athletes get divorced. And if you think about people like Cam Newton and other guys, they typically don't get married. You see a lot of dudes that have children, but they're not married because they're going to protect their assets. The worst that they will do is pay child support. But we don't know if there's a prenup intact, but we got to kind of talk about this when it comes to black men who are like Travis Hunter. If women are in the culture at all, and Leanna Lene is in the culture, remember, she loved Lil Wayne, so she does like black men. There's a certain price that needs to be.
Hell no, I would have been out.
For black men like
Lil
Travis
Wayne
Hunter, who are not necessarily cool, who are not necessarily charismatic, who are not necessarily the kind of guy that women like in the black community, there is a severe price to pay. And we got to talk about it. And it's on average. And that price to pay is you have to be very exceptional to be able to be what a woman typically wants. Now, Leanna Lene would have no problem dealing with a man that made less money as long as she was physically attracted to him, and as long as she thinks he looks good. But, you know, it almost is for certain that she doesn't feel that way about Travis Hunter. So in order for him to deal with that same type of chick, the price is much higher. And we got to kind of understand when we are out of our league. What does out of our league mean? Out of our league is not really what a woman looks like. It's a compatibility thing. Like, I've also had to sometimes get in my own league or get in my own zone. And that really means dealing with people who want to deal with me. Now, again, that can include women of all shapes, sizes, or colors. But when it's clear that a woman is not interested, then you just shouldn't push the issue. And what that means is you have to do extra things to keep them to be into the relationship. That means that the relationship should function with some level of parity, and it shouldn't cost you your arm and a leg for this lady to want to deal with you or to be seen with you, or you got to sit outside in the car while she's in the room getting drunk or getting her cheeks clapped or all of that. That woman should want you to be in there with her. That woman should want to spend time with you. That woman should want to be in a relationship with you. But if you find yourself having to do extra than what that is required, then that means that the lady in that case is out of your zone, or in that case out of your league, not because she's better than you or you're better than her, but she's out of your ecosystem, and it's okay to let that kind of person go. The longer you're in that ecosystem that you don't belong, the more you're going to pay. And you're going to pay just for that person to leave you, instead of being someplace that you're wanted or desired, where everything should work in your favor. Travis Hunter will find this out the hard way, but he'll learn. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Yoshi D Jackson at it again with another episode of
Yeah, you're gonna play the whole ending.
Yeah, those rates are crazy though. So that's why I'm saying Ruthless, man. When he be saying some of the stuff, I do agree, man. Like, it is risky, but that's where I think people got to look at it.
Yeah, but
like,
there's no
man,
context.
I got to. Oh, go ahead.
There's no context to what he like. Rufus be dropping like a gem, but the shit don't even be polished. He don't even add no real context to it, and then when you challenge it with some real common sense, it goes to a whole diatribe. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, he made it. Because he kept trying to harp on the issue. Like we get it. That's your truth for you. Don't get married. Okay, great. But there's people that's married, and then 30, 40 fucking years later, they get divorced. See, I told you it doesn't work. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
So you said Gray Pill pretty much broke clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, it's always those guys.
Ruthless, you want to rebuttal to that?
Now. M3, you're going to stub your goddamn toe. I promise you, M3, you're going to stub your toe. 5, 8 years later, Gray Pill, man, you was right. You stubbed your toe. See, I told you, you got to listen to me, M3. You got to listen to me.
Yo, I'm teething that line, yo. Bro, clock is right twice a day. I need that line.
It's those guys,
Flipping
man.
that.
I'm telling you, Conrad, it's those type of people.
Ruthless, you want to rebuttal?
He
probably
trying
just
to
drop
make
down.
them 4 women he fucking around with, stressing his ass off. That's what he doing. I already caught him live stream, so we can continue with the actual conversation.
Hey, I mean, but shout out to what Rufus Truth be doing, man. He's juggling around though.
Oh, he's taking more chances and risks of STDs. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, shout out to you.
Oh God.
But you see, Travis Hunter, man, he bought that. Travis Hunter. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Gray Pill.
I said stop glazing. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Jerk, I forgot to play like this this video that you guys sent. Let me go ahead and play this real quick. Since it's only like a short clip.
Why Gray Pill do us like that?
Oh no.
Yo, Gray Pill. Yo, bro. Mad love to you, man.
They gonna learn. I gotta teach them.
You go. One of these days, Gray Pill, you're gonna find out where you stay, man. You're gonna see like how these spirits like they.
Hey, I'm from Jersey, man. I know you in Cali. I come to you. I got friends up there talking
like how they like.
But man, I love the dynamic, man. I can't lie, man. I love like Gray Pill and Ruthless because man, they like the older dudes that's gonna give you the truth from their angle, and they don't hold no punches, man. And I think that's needed, man.
Yeah.
Gray Pill said, "Hey, we up here glazing."
That's right. All right, let's go ahead and play this.
Within 10 years of retiring from the NBA, after making millions of dollars, 60% of players within the first 10 years are losing majority of their wealth. It's a bunch of players going broke when they retire. And that ain't ruffling no feathers. Right. Players are, living check to check, right, etc. You can blame the athlete, maybe they living expenses, but they was 18 or 19-year-old when they came into wealth, and the people that represented them didn't help them handle that or care to. If you can't help me at 18 or 19-year-old to maintain my wealth, build a legacy, and keep what I'm earning, and be able to influence me on my decision making, shouldn't be representing me in the first place. Shouldn't even be allowed to walk into my house. Within 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, man, when you look at this, I guess I'm forceful, and thank you, Conrad, for man, I'm putting on them gloves, because I know I be saying stuff and people be thinking I'm crazy sometimes, and I'm like, man, if you a true friend of mine, and you stepping out a little bit of order, I'm putting hands on you. We're gonna have to go there with it.
Yep.
Hey, you might not want to be my friend, but man, I'm gonna show you that. Hey, if you go in that route, we got to knuckle up. And if you don't want to be my friend after that, that's fine. But down the line, you gonna understand why I did it.
Yeah.
Because man, I remember one time, man, I think I was like 14 or 15, and I was dating this girl, and I was on some punk stuff. Man, my cousin, he was like, "Hey, do this real quick," and I'm being dumb, so I did it. He was like, "Boom!" Hit me dead in the stomach. I just dropped, and he was like, "Hey, that pain that you're feeling right now is going to be a lot less than what you're going to be dealing with if you did that." I was like, I get the point, but I couldn't breathe. You know how somebody hit you so hard you can't cry and shit? I was like, damn. I was like, it's going to hurt like that? But hey, I got the point. I got the message. Man, I was laying there for about like 5 minutes, but he was just like, yeah. He was like, this is what we supposed to do, tighten each other up. And man, I think that's what's missing in a lot of these things, man.
No, straight. Yo,
Damn.
listen, yo, there's some brothers, and I said this the other day on a live stream. I don't know if it was somebody else's or my own, but like, I'm convinced that with my son, as he gets older, I need to provide him hard times so he'll learn. I'm not there to be his friend, and like, we will have moments when we go to the barbershop, we going to pick up some J's, we going to do some shopping. I'm teaching him what a finely tailored suit looks like. But there are other things that he's got to learn the hard way, not because I'm going to allow him to walk into danger, but I am the hard time to make sure my son doesn't have to waste his time fixing hard times. I'll say that again. As a father, I am the hard time that my son will deal with, so that when he's older, he's not wasting his time fixing hard times. And this is the issue that we're dealing with. I know in my opinion, Travis Hunter didn't have that. And if there are people talking to him, he didn't listen to it. Same thing with Will Smith. Look what he done into. How many guys in Hollywood are we going to chase and say, oh, well, he got divorced? Okay, well, what about the guys who had the chance to not be divorced or not look like an idiot, and they didn't listen? And it's on record that Will didn't listen. One of the most successful actors in Hollywood, black actors in Hollywood that we know of, even post meltdown. It was a simple thing. Don't marry, don't talk, don't entertain Jada. And now look at you. You think Will Smith can walk into any gym and start talking about this is how you have to handle your woman? Get the hell, yo, Gray Pill. What's that phrase again? What'd you say? Would you say Gray Pill? Stop glazing? Yeah, people need to stop glazing.
Don't get him worked up. Don't get him worked up. He already cussed us out today.
But yo, like for men, there is no like, I agree with Ruthless, and I'm not gonna act up front like I don't. I agree, because I had the same thoughts when I was getting married to my wife. But what I did for me, as I said, look, here are my terms. Here's my policy. Are you with it? Yes or no? You got to say yes or no now. And you could very well try to wake up and leave one day, but I got some young little girls on the block that they are straight up the gross sisters and thugs. And you may walk away today, but you'll be crawling tomorrow. I guarantee you. So pick your choice. Walk under your own free will now or crawl away later. It doesn't matter, up to me. But all jokes aside, our vetting process when we're starting to talk about marriage, it has to be that hard. And we need to stop talking about the rich and the OnlyFans girl and the super smart girl. What about the nerdy girl? Just like women, we overlook some girls that would be the perfect wife that we need. And when I say perfect, I just mean most balanced and foundational and supporting our legacy and able to build with us as what Sophisticated is saying. It doesn't mean that they're a perfect human being or they have the perfect character. But all in all, I let my plane here. Yo, we need to start literally putting belts to behinds, bro. Some boots to asses need to happen, bro.
Nah, facts.
I don't know about the nerdy kinds, comrade, because see, I try to talk to like a nerdy like Puerto Rican girl.
I knew he was gonna say that.
That shit didn't work. I can't even build like her self-confidence up. And eventually, man, she went to drinking heavy even more, and she got fat. So,
gosh,
yeah, you said drinking heavy and shit.
Yeah, man. She wanted to be like a bum in the long run. So, I tell young women, I was like, hey, man, don't be like this person. I ain't gonna say the name, of course, on the live stream, but you're like, who's that? Hey, don't worry about it. Just don't be like her.
But hey, this picture right here, this was the rapper guy that she was in the video with. See, man, this is what I'm saying. Like,
and think about it. The whole time they're shooting this video, guess where Travis Hunter is?
Wait,
guess where Travis Hunter is?
Eating a Twix.
In the car in the parking lot. Glazing.
Hey, happy birthday, Riggs, man. Salutes to you.
Yeah, happy birthday, Riggs.
Happy birthday, brother.
But see, and that's what I'm saying, man. Once the embarrassment happens, man, like, your kid gonna be looking up to you one day and they just gonna be floating around and, man, let me see what my parents were up to when they were younger. Damn, mom's in a local rap video. Damn, she twerking? Mom ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. Man, y'all better than me. Forgive and forget. I can't do it.
I don't forgive and forget. You didn't tell me. You didn't hear me. I got girls hired outside up the block. These girls.
Yeah, what was that one song back in the day? You got the old school ghetto chicks that can handle that. My man Apache. I need a gangster.
Yeah. You just see me walking out the house. Hootie hoo. Hootie hoo.
Yeah, this picture right here says it all. She in the back. This the dude that she wanted, but he did her dirty. This the
Did y'all see the video of when she met Lil Wayne after Lil Wayne signed Travis Hunter and how this girl cried in front of Lil Wayne? Yo, that alone would have done it for me.
Nah, I never seen that one. Damn, let me.
Yeah, pull up, jerk, and then I'll play it though. But
hold on,
that was the first words I ever heard come out of her mouth saying to, like, you know, another
She
man.
said, "I love you" to Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I love you to Travis though.
And Lil Wayne just sat there and laughed and still signed the guy. I can't wait.
Shout out to my homie Stan for being for the streets. I see his comments.
Yo,
hold on, I'm trying to find a clip right now. You said Lil Wayne?
Yeah, Lil Wayne. She's whatever her name is, Travis Hunter's wife.
Yeah, Leanna.
She loves Lil Wayne. She started crying. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Right there, she should have had somebody to throw a big dirty Timberland at her, yo.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah, I'll put it in a private chat real quick. Yeah, I would have been gone.
Yo. Oh my God. That's like the equivalent fraction to my son seeing Meg Thee Stallion and hyperventilating. I would super kick this guy's chin clean off his face.
I gotta kick him. The girl acted up.
Nah, I'm gonna kick my son.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and play this.
Lil Wayne.
Weezy got it like that.
Lil Wayne.
Weezy got it like that. Oh wait, hold on. I think it gotta be a long clip, jerk.
No, that's the right clip. That is the right clip.
Yeah,
that is the right clip.
Okay, my ears might be bad. Hold on for a second.
Lil Wayne.
Weezy got it like that. Oh, okay.
So pretty much Travis Hunter. Hold on, there's another one. Let me
So Lil Wayne walks in. She ain't never met Lil Wayne a day in her life. She sees him and instantly her mouth drops. I think I don't know if you'll be able to find the full clip, but if you see the full clip, she walks in. He's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, she started crying. She didn't even cry on her wedding.
Yeah.
Shit, but she cried on Lil Wayne. Yeah, she wouldn't have been done at that
cry
point.
for a next man, yo. You
okay,
fried?
Let me quickly play this. Oh.
My dog. My dog. What's up, baby?
Watch her face as soon as she realizes, like, she really takes it in. Watch her face.
Oh, Weezy got it like that. Weezy got it like that.
And Coach Prime is a jerk.
How you doing, brother? Let's look around. What's up, baby? Oh, you should close it. Hey, close it. Cheat. Embassy. What's up? What? Oh. Wait, I wanted to see.
She's still crying.
Like, never met. Okay, so I heard that part, but imagine how awkward that sounds, right? Because, like, you just walked in. You never met this dude, like you said, comrade. And the first words that came out her mouth, right? I love you. Now, like, oh shit, that's Lil Wayne. No, I love you. And she was like in her soft feminine era too, though.
I would have told her to get the hell out, bro. Yo, she cut right there.
Yeah.
Thomas says, "Yo, I hope Travis Hunter used that contract money to get some plastic." Oh shit!
Let the roast fly.
I'm sorry, it's already too late. The dude got married already.
But I mean, just think about Travis Hunter, man. Like, man, you're a celebrity yourself.
No, he's not.
I think I could defend this.
Oh wait.
Okay, hold on.
But my whole thing is just like,
I'm
mate,
gonna slide to the
you're a
comments because I
Heisman
got work to
Trophy
do,
winner.
guys.
You're a Heisman Trophy winner. Man, you done made it to the elite status, the highest. Man, I be talking in third person. Like, chick, you sit here crying about Lil Wayne. Like, I'm damn near just as famous as him.
I don't think
my confidence would be so high. I'll be like, like I said, I'll be referencing myself in third person. I'm like, oh, you gonna try for Lil Wayne when Travis Hunter's right here? Like, must Travis Hunter must kick another female out of the flock? Like, I be talking so greasy, man. That's crazy that his self-esteem is that low. What was you about to say, Grey Pill?
No, I agree with you. I would be talking third person. I'd probably even give it a side eye, but I think I could defend this on some level because some people just have their own little dream crushes or whatever before they got with the guy or girl. So I think for me it was Janet and some other people. So I don't know, man. I mean, I wouldn't do the whole crying thing. I'd probably just hold it for that day to come, and I might act a little bit differently. But just some people have their moments. Chris Brown's a perfect example. He was charging chicks like $1,000, $2,000, and they was rolling up doing twerks, jumping those laps, and then next day to get married. So some people also be saying like, hey, if you had that shoulda, woulda, coulda, that one pass, that could have been her one pass. Like, hey, my celebrity crush came, so that was her moment. So that's
a fair point. But Grey Pills. So say like you was with Holly Berry and you saw one of your crush like Janet Jackson or something.
Yeah,
that allure should be a little bit gone because you're like, hey man, I'm already with a celebrity at this point. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, man,
I think it's different because like Travis is coming up celebrity. He doesn't have that type of attraction like everybody's like I'll give you an example. Like, no, a lot of people didn't think Michael Jackson was attractive, but the other attraction was he's the guy every time he will fill out stands. He had the whole crowd crying when he performed, right? So that level versus Travis Hunter level is totally different. Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, Lil Wayne got that type of whatever. Like, if me and Halle Berry just coming up, yeah, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's always doing whatever. But I don't think I see that same appeal. But then when Mariah Carey, the other top supermodels come up, I'm like, God damn, that's just gonna come in out my mouth and my brain real quick, and then I'll get over it instantly. So I think that's pretty much what happened to her. She just had that type of whatever. Even down to like we'll say like, who's your top 5 singers, rappers, whatever, we instantly just say them. But if you're with your girl that you've been around for like 10, 15 years, you're not going to instantly think of your girl. And she's like, oh, I'm an up-and-coming rapper. Like, okay, yeah, bitch, whatever.
Nah, that's a fair point. Yeah, because there is levels to stuff.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I'm not defending her. I'm just defending that point because so much stuff came up and added. So it's like, damn, like you look in a certain way. But just as one thing, I kind of have to give this somewhat a pass because I've seen people like have their faves in certain situations.
Yeah, nah, definitely good point. It's just that, man, he bought her a $600,000 G-Wagon at the wedding, and she still ain't cried. She was like, hey, she looked entitled, like, motherfucker, what else you got out here? Roll out some more shit. So if I would have seen, man, on my wedding, I would have seen no tears and stuff, and I just think back to that Lil Wayne day, I'm like, oh, hell nah. Yeah. I'm taking all this shit back. You about to get a Subaru with a missing bumper.
Damn. Salutes to Mimsy Limbs, like, thank you for
what's good, Mimsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go ahead and start closing out.
Yeah. We could definitely close out. Yeah, but so far we cover like a lot, man, and I know this was going to definitely be a good one, going tapping into like Travis Hunter, man. But look, just like I always tell,
but we gotta give a special shout out today. Our brother Grey Pill killed it today, man. I was still dying laughing from that. So,
I forgot what did Grey Pill said earlier.
He said we was up here glazing, so.
Yeah, stop glazing.
He gave the sound effects and everything, so he killed it tonight, man. We gotta give him his props.
I thought that was ruthless. The sound effects, but yeah, shout out to Grey Pill, man. Glazing, but yeah, yeah, man. Thank you everybody for tuning in, man. Mimsy, yeah, always definitely well. I'll say my life is life changing indeed. Hopefully, we could catch up sometime. I don't know if you're still like on Instagram, but definitely hit me up, Liz.
Uh oh.
Oh no, not like that, Great Phil. Calm down.
Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking. You think something different. You know what I'm thinking, sir.
I don't know what you're thinking, man.
Exactly. So stop assuming. You know how that goes.
But anyways, though, thank everybody for tuning in, man. And this was definitely like a cool live stream. Anyways, I'm not gonna be long winded. Like, I don't know if Ruthless Truth is even up here, man. I think
he's fighting 4 women, man. Kick him.
Ruthless, you still here?
No, he go.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Rufus be on like 10 panels.
Exactly.
Getting everybody worked up.
Hey, we got 4 women that you got to juggle, right? Hey, who knows? Bro might be working on the 5th, though. You can't hate on the game, though.
He's subbing out that one that called him on a live stream, so he's trying to get another 4th replacement. He's on a roster list now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Rufus got a team, though. He posted a whole new clip. It was funny because Ruthless recorded it. She was like, "What are you doing recording?" He was like, "Oh man, my boys be liking to see the food." Ruthless was trying to act like he was a foodie and shit. Ruthless was like, they just like seeing the dishes, the garnish on the plates. I was like, "Fuck Ruthless." We try to see y'all. Goddamn it, we living through Ruthless.
He just be proving my point every time he open his mouth, man. Just keep proving my point. I don't have to go looking for it. Just prove my point.
But she was like, "Oh, okay." She started cheesing and stuff. So Rufus didn't call her suave. I ain't gonna lie. Rufus was like, "Hey, nah, they like seeing the restaurants, the ambiance." So yeah, Rufus is out here trying to cover it up. That's why I was like, "Hey, Rufus might need to start like one of those food critic websites." Where he had like he trying out food, but really
exactly. So he leveraging to get with the women.
Right.
That's crazy.
More ransom material, yeah, man.
Matter of fact, let him do it. So when he gets exposed, that'll be a whole other content.
We might have to review that next time. Yeah, he had a new one on there. That's what I'm saying. Ruthless, he had a stallion out here.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, man. Doing a reaction to like Ruthless Truth, man. I was just tired of Ruthless Trick or whatever, right? No disrespect, but hey,
that'd be disrespectful, man. We'd be clowning him. Like, why would you have to go through all that just to do that? Like, I'll throw Papi Blanco as an example, right? He doesn't go out his way. And I'm gonna say the thing, he don't go out his way to like do that. He just like, hey, I'm having a good time. This what it is, and I move on. Ruth is like, yeah, let me show you the women, and then let me sneak in the food and the clothes and the hats. And Papi just be wearing some regular beanie ass shirt, some pants, the dress, and just have like a bottle of liquor in his hand, just be good. Like I'm saying, it's a difference where how people carry themselves. Like, I'm too old to be like, let me go ahead and challenge Ruthless. But I think back in the day, I would probably wouldn't give a fuck. I'll probably just go out there like, yo, let's Ruthless go. And he can have his money. Same image he got now versus who I used to be. It would have been no contest. He'd be struggling up the street.
Yeah, but everyone's different, right? So they have a different method, different strategy. And it's like, okay, well, whatever that works for him, where it's like, okay, you're upfront with these women.
That's what I'm saying. That I don't, and I don't want to make this all about him, but I don't think he's 100% upfront because he's using a lot of manipulation tactics to get what he wants. A lot of people, I think, like I know Stan jokes about it. I think Jerk a little bit more straightforward about who he is as a person and what he's about. So a lot of women respect that too. Now again, it's the same thing like the algorithm of YouTube. You're gonna track what you put out there. So if you're like a straightforward guy, don't give a F, you're gonna attract some women like that. Some women will be okay with that, but if you're a type of dude just like I'm always leading with money, because we had that conversation with them last time, so it's not like I'm saying something new, then you're gonna attract certain women. So if that's your thing, I'm not gonna knock it. Hey, do you go for it? But then when you kind of slip through cracks where this is public, so me as a saying to be saying it. So, but if some women pull up on you like and saying the opposite of who you claiming that you sent you or that you're presenting on these grams and stuff like that, then it becomes an issue. Now, if you're just a regular guy, we're gonna take our L's. Me, you, M3, some Stan, whoever, we take our L's. We normal regular people, so we're gonna act like accordingly. But if you're trying to like put yourself on this whole top tier bar, it just you're gonna look for a fail. Like you're gonna strike out from time to time. Mm-hmm. Go back 2 minutes and pay attention to the stream, Stans. I don't know what you're talking about. Pay attention to the stream, sir.
The Great Bell's on fire.
My bad. I thought it was toxic too. I can't prepare this time. Last time I caught me off guard. I was like, I'm just here for a conversation.
Hey, you know, remind me it was Toxic Tuesday. I ain't gonna lie.
No, y'all, I had to keep repairs like 3 weeks in a row, and I'm like, me and Lola coming up, and then somebody else is like, oh man, and then Red Lipstick Wines like,
Yeah, Greg just turned up today. He was like, "Fuck that." He was like, "That nice guy shit over with."
Yeah, I'm
Right.
trying to
And then that jersey came out tonight.
I'm ready though, sipping on it, man. Like, hey, I'm ready to go.
I'm like, man.
But all right, y'all, we'll go ahead and shut it down.
All right, yeah, for sure, man. Hey, Great Pill, thank you again, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming up, Great Pill, man.
No, anytime, man. And I'll just say this with the whole Travis thing. Like, at the end of the day, I don't think nobody really want anybody to fail in that situation. Like, all relationships, if we're gonna be, and I'll use Ruthless, a little bit of a gem that he threw out there. It's inevitable. Everything's not gonna last forever, and I totally understand that. I totally get it. But genuine relationship, is built on trust, build, and the consistency of what the foundation y'all got from there. That's pretty much it. It's always about your intent. If you're married, engaged, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever rules y'all set between y'all, every time seasons pass, is for her, for him, and then y'all come together. That's pretty much it. But if you're on that time, like, hey, I'm on demon time, or just casually friends, whatever, again, set those foundations and set those boundaries for yourself. And that's it. It just sucks to see that type of individual, anybody, because people start looking at them like, hey, this is my friend, it's my little brother, it's my little nephew. And people saying Travis in a whole different light, like, man, the optics does not look good for you. And it might be a 1% chance. It might shock us. Like, hey, we don't know. She might go out her way, and just because of everybody that's on her, because we know they're watching us react and commentate on their life. So she might say, you know what, this might be a wake-up call. She might change. Or she might, you know what, I might just be petty and just prove y'all guys wrong, and then like 5 years and be something new. So we don't know. But I just wish them both the most. I hope it works out for them. I hope between the two works out and understand what it is. I hope Travis doesn't come back a year or two later like, man, M3 predicting like, oh man, hey, a whole crying game video about how this girl effed her up, and we're literally just told him the opposite of what he thought. So I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, I'm good. Like I said, it's gonna work out within a span of 2 years. Max.
I'll give it 2 to 3. Yeah, I'll give that.
I'm giving it 3 years. I'm giving it 2 years max, and by 2027, we're gonna have a good reaction. Hopefully, this channel get monetized again, right? So I can make a bag off of it. But anyways, y'all, thank you everybody, and we are out, everyone.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, go ahead and cue this goddamn music off. It's a process with StreamYard, man. Actually, fuck it.
Oh, that's you. It's your fingers.
Knowledge and relationships